conversations this year about different things, and we had this conversation about closers. And I just kind of came out one day and I had the captains wear like Mariano Rivera. Who else did we have? Did anybody else remember?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. Okay, so we had all the seniors walk out and had somebody on them that was, in my opinion, it was just all me really in that sense. In my opinion, like, who are great closers. And like, for example, Mariano Rivera, I'm a Met fan, I hate the Yankees, but you gotta respect some of the Yankees. And the thing is Mariano is one of the best gentlemen people you could possibly have. And who better goes into a game and closes things out than Mariano Rivera? That was Matt Marone that day. So that was Mariano. And then we went through these guys during practice. We talked about closing out games because we had to close out a league title, and then we had to go close our season out. We wanted to end on the highest level. And in the NIAC game, of course, for the league championship, second half that was dominated by us, and we just talked about at times getting a huddle, and guys were like, close out, close it. And it was something that we really took to heart. And we asked these guys the next day of practice for them to come out and put your closer on. And they came out and they put their closer on. And Vincenzo comes out, of course, with for those who don't know this, Vincenzo happens to be one of the best actors in the school. Right? He loves his plays and his dramas and his things like that. And people know this already. I really, Vincenzo's social group is probably one of the most fun social groups to be around because they don't care. And they put themselves out there, and they say a lot of funny things, and a positive attitude consistently. And there's times when you don't even know Vincenzo's a soccer player at times. He's a different person. So Vincenzo comes out, a WWE guy by the name of Cactus Jack, who's one of like the craziest wrestlers on the face of the earth. But it's WWE, it's all fake. But what Cactus Jack does is like, when a guy falls 30 feet from a steel cage and lands, it's gotta hurt. Right? So we went over everything about Cactus Jack, because I actually grew up, he's so old, Cactus Jack, that when I was young, I used to watch him. So it was just kind of like, we knew about him, right? And Vincenzo, this is how I see you four, there was this old wrestling group called the Four Horsemen, back in the day, as you can see him shaking his head. The Four Horsemen were guys that bonded together, stuck together, but they were all, of course, had their own different character. Hence these four guys right here. Vincenzo was outstanding this year. Him and Matt, you know, who had a better center back tandem than Corona High School? No. I just don't see it anywhere else. To play center back, you know, is very difficult. You've got to protect each other. Not only do you have to protect each other as center backs, you have to protect your outside backs on a consistent basis, and you have to protect your midfield. You're forced to consistently protect 6 to 7 people on a consistent basis, and if you don't, teams score. And the thing is, we had a mentality in the beginning, we consistently be 10 yards behind each other. No, we're not playing stopper sweeper, but we're still going to be 10 yards from each other. And we're going to possess the ball, and you two guys are going to communicate with each other and everybody else, and you're going to make this work. And they did. They made it work. Matt and Vincenzo had an absolute dominant season. And in the world of soccer where when we look at the paper, we don't see Vincenzo Galvano, we don't see Matt Marotta, all right? It's an unglorified position. Taylor and Brendan, 4 guys, packed here, sitting in the back, all 5 of them decide to come together and be this wonderful unit for us. And Vincenzo and Matt were basically the steamrollers. Vincenzo's vocalism, I mean, his ability to vocalize to everybody on the field, to ability to tell his forwards to get back and to get in his space, you just hear him, and it's demanding. And he's a demanding kind of guy. As you can see, he sits at this table because this is who he belongs with, socially, right here today. But the second we step on the soccer field, he's with the other captains, because that's who he belongs with on the soccer field. And it's just such a credit to him in the sense of, there are times we're on bus rides, and we're about 10 minutes wherever we are, we're sitting on the bus for like 50 minutes, and I'm just like, I walk in the back of the bus, and I tell the captains, okay, it's time to start talking, and I send everybody back there, and Vincenzo is the voice that you hear. And the guys respect him, guys listen to him, and when there was some drama this year, we've had some drama, don't get me wrong, not every game was perfect, Vincenzo would be the guy to bring everybody together after I got done talking, and basically soccer, localization, tell everybody where they needed to go, and tell everybody what they needed to do. And guys responded to it. We don't have too many juniors that are captains in this world, and you don't have too many guys that are juniors, or you're the most vocal guy in the field, and it's pretty unbelievable what he does. He had an outstanding season for us, along with Matt. He did an outstanding job. He was second team All-County this year. He was all-section, honorable mention. And I'll end this with this. This is the kind of guy Vincenzo is. We're sitting at an all-section dinner, which is very long. You think this is long? Come to an all-section dinner, you'll see long. And they are basically, every kid in the section is winning these awards are coming up. Honorable mention's coming up. Vincenzo's honorable mention all-section with Rockland County. And 2 guys from Rockland County showed up to this dinner. Yes, we were 50 minutes away. 2 guys showed up. Vincenzo's been there before. He knows that no one's going to say anything about him. He's just getting his name read. But he comes because he's being honored. And he's classy and he's coming. And I had one kid, I forget where he was from. I think he was from TZ. He's up there. I called Vincenzo, got Ivano's name up, and there's 2 out of 12 guys standing up there to get an honor mention plaques. Vincenzo comes up, grabs this guy's hand, and just goes right up to the whole entire crowd, and the whole entire dinner just goes, yes, like this, with this one kid. And made that kid, do you know that guy? No. Made that kid feel so good and laugh, and that kid's like, what is this guy doing?
No, but Damon, the point was they didn't get the plaque. Those were the only 2 guys that didn't.
They didn't have any plaques for them. So every kid from Westchester got an honorable mention plaque except for Vincenzo and his kid. They didn't have a plaque for him. So they just went up there and Vincenzo takes his arm and just goes like this. Whole place laughs and they go and they sit down. Vincenzo kind of looks at me, gives me a smirk, and I'm like, that was awesome. And, so, that's what Vincenzo brings. So Vincenzo is outstanding. He'll be our captain next year. He'll do an outstanding job next year. But he knows he's got a big challenge in front of him this year, and hopefully we'll do okay. The other thing that Vincenzo has an opportunity to do, and what we had was a pretty emotional discussion at 11 o'clock at night after our 2-hour ride home after the section championship, sitting in the Proto locker room. And with all of it was basically meant for the seniors. I looked at Matt and I looked at Brian Chiarello and Chris Todman, and these guys have all been together with me for over the last 3 years. These guys overall record together, it's pretty impressive. It's 38-8-6. That is their overall 3-year record. 38-8-6.
Yes.
Those 3 seniors have now given Vincenzo an opportunity next year to win 50 high school soccer games. And we feel we have a chance. We have a chance to win 12. Will it be hard? Yes, it will be. If we have a chance, yes, because look at the talent that's coming back. But if we pull off 12 next year, Vincenzo will walk out of here with 50 soccer wins at a high school level, which is unbelievable. But they will go out together 38-8-6. So Vincenzo is just, it's unreal what he's already accomplished, and what he can accomplish next year is pretty amazing.
I'm gonna fall, the Southern nation, call me, caught and hold me back.